What is going on, everybody? It is Craig, and I am back. I guess, not only back, this is my first time doing one of these videos for you on hangers. We got 5 of them. Last night was my first time opening these hangers, and as I had I was part of a competition of sorts, just for fun, but with 5 other YouTubers, and I did okay. I think I came in last in the group of 4 that I was in. Technically, I think puts me 4th out of 6, but you know what? Obviously, that just means everyone got some pretty cool things coming out, and I will show you. Some of the things I pulled in that one, just, this is probably one of my favorites, the pink Aaron Judge. We did get an orange, we did get a hollow foil Cam, we did get a purple Bobby, got a gold to get a numbered card, so we got a numbered card in every other blaster. We got 3 Mysticals, we got 4 pink Diamantes, so we beat the odds there, we got 2 black golds, and then some other strays, like 3 up good rookies or rookie variants, etc. So not too shabby, not too shabby. I'm hoping to get one of those case hit type things, like an Independence Day or camo, etc. But I know that's, a lot. But we're only going to do 5 of them. I'm going to have 3 of these in total coming up over the next few days. And then that might be it for me for a little bit opening product. But I am going to do some other things, PC stuff like that, player collections, etc. But the reality is you can't just keep buying and opening a little bit here and there. And I do go in hard when update comes out. But I've already done a bit there. So let's see what we got. And I will say, for the sake of time with you, I am only looking at the back cards. I'll go through the base later on, and I'll look for the rookies, etc. But we do know that even though it's cool when we hit the coats and all that, there really isn't a lot of value in those unless you get them graded. But it looks like we got a lot of, let's see. We see a rainbow in there. We see, foils. Oh, there's a purple. Okay, not too shabby. So we're going to start out with a number card. So, and, an Ohtani. I mean, again, Ohtani starts in MLB. It's probably one of the few exceptions to that any Ohtani is a good Ohtani. Oh, I feel I don't have a purple. I feel that was just me seeing a reflection off of Blake Snell. That's fine. There we go there. Another Ohtani. Okay, Breach Religions is the base. Chase Midroth, not bad. This isn't a bad one, Chase Midroth, as far as a secondary rookie to get on one of these Diamantes. And then we have Colton Gordon. I do not familiar with him. Ryan Walker on the rainbow foil. So the first box was not anything to write home about. I guess I'm going to put the base off over here. And let's look at the second. But before we do the second, I'm going to just cut into the backs on some of these to make my life a little bit easier. There we go. So how have you been doing with your hangers? I was kind of hoping, it's weird, Neil the One was one of the people in the break yesterday, and he is known for pulling just straight fire out of these things. And when he's in the competition, he doesn't, but when he goes and does his own video, he does. So I was kind of hoping I could be that, pull a little big bang in here. But the reality is I did get 3 numbered cards, something number 25. It's just not the people you want them to be. Okay, so here we go. Hey, Sean Kim. Yeah, and I still look at these, even though Christian Campbell in the 90. I do like these rookies. I have been sleeving and top loading them. I don't know. I know they don't have any tremendous value, but I like the looks of the cards. Definitely brings me back to when I was younger. Then we have an E-Tron MVP. We have Ryan Johnson. We have Ryan Presley. We have, is this the, no, it's not. For a second I was hoping it was the other one. Rainbow foil from the Tokyo series of Schnell and Grasnow. Brian Wu on the, oh, look at what we got there. Okay, again, not the guy you want to get in one of those, but that's pretty cool. If you can't tell, I'll show you in a second. We have a canvas. That is very cool. Number 250. So maybe I do have a little bit of the Neo the One in me, and as, the big stuff comes after, but again, I did get an orange. But you have to tell me, I don't view orange in the same way as I do the regular case hits of sorts, but that could just be me. But that will be something that will be stage worthy, even if it is not the name you want. If I was a Seattle fan, I'd probably be very excited for Dominic Canzone on the canvas. But okay, so we got a numbered card. So I'm still going with that streak, i.e., one numbered card in every 2 blasters. If that's the case throughout all of them, I think that's all you could really ask for. You know, you get 1 numbered card every 2 blasters. All you could really ask for. And here we go again. The funny thing is, though, yesterday everyone was pulling relics like it was nothing. Josh, KC Card Connection, by the way, is the channel that hosted us. I will put the link down below to the video if you want to check it out. And I would recommend you going to sub to every one of those fellows in there. All good guys, all definitely know a lot more about editing than maybe I do. Okay, so we got a pink, which, okay, so now we'll see how that goes. There was the theory yesterday that if you get pink, you don't get a numbered card, but we did go against that twice. So maybe it's more if you get 2 pinks, you won't get a numbered card. I don't know. Dylan Cruz, again, another 90 rookie. Angel Acuna on the Mystical, which is cool because I didn't get this one yet, and I would kind of like to put together a set. After I'm done with the run of hangers, I have to look through and see which ones I have, which ones I don't, etc. Ryan Miller, Alex Verdugo, Jesus. Will Wilson, again, rookie, pink. Again, I don't know much about Mr. Wilson, and I'm not going to try to read the back of the card because I'm filming this at like 5:30 in the morning before I head off to work, and I figured, you know what, I want to get a video up for you, just because why the hell not? And we have a Brian De La Cruz Yankee on the hollow foil. Okay, so nothing to write home about there. Just 2 left, and we only have 1 stage-worthy card. Now, I like the Mystical. I do like the 90s rookies, but yeah, as far as anything that has anything of note, we absolutely only have 1 stage-worthy card. So maybe I'm the opposite of Neo the One right now. Maybe I have to open them only in the battles to get better stuff. But we'll see. I mean, like I said, I did hit 3 numbered cards yesterday, you know, which I think is a big deal. Even though still no relics, and as I'm ripping up with this pack, I don't see a relic either, so I don't know. The relics are not as common as they made it out to be yesterday. Okay, Matt Shore on the 90 foil. Buster Posey on the MVP. Chase Dolan. Okay, that's another nice secondary rookie. And yes, I talked about this happening when I opened up and I first saw Dolan back-to-back. I said, once we get to the Deviantes, we're going to get back-to-back. And if you're a Colorado fan, that is a fun thing to see. Okay, Rainbow Foil with the guy who is gone from the Mets now, unfortunately. Jacob deGrom, another guy who's gone for the Mets. Sorry, Mets. Okay. And 1 left. 1 left, which means that 1 numbered card every 2 box streak is done, because we only got 1 here. Let's see, could the last one be the one? Could the last one be the banger? And I'm looking in it, I don't see a relic. Again, not that the relic is what you want to necessarily hit, but you know, it's the only thing I think you can really cheat a little bit by looking on the side, like when you see the thickness in there. Because unless you kind of fade it out a little bit, I don't think you can really get into and see any of the other stuff. Okay, here we go. So we have, again, another pink. So the pinks are plentiful. And it does make it feel like you're getting a little something else in there. Yeah, we'll see what that blue thing is. Oh, I think that's the first pitch. Yeah, the first pitch in there. Okay, Ohtani on the 90 foil. First pitch of, who is this guy? Oh, I think this is, I believe he was a cancer survivor, and he's known for throwing out the most first pitches, whether it's ever or in a season. Not I need to do that here. Again, nothing to write home for. And the Diamantes, come on, be a good pink. Let's end with a good pink. Good pink. You know what? I will take that as a good pink. Chandler Simpson. You know, again, probably just in that second tier of the rookies, but you know what? It is a true, so that is a nice one. So that, Dorlanda, Medroth, all secondary guys today. And then we have a junior Caramanero on the All-Star foil. Okay, folks, well, we kept this one a little bit shorter intentionally for you. Didn't do too great. I'm going to have 2 more series of these with 5, and I'm going to have 1 with 4 and then 5 fat packs. So I don't know. Vote down below. Which one do you think would be best? Because even though the canvas is nice, we know it's not this one. Till next time, folks. Peace.